This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Listen,
let's do it, buddy.
First of all, I got to hear.
Handsome.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Now, I looked in the mirror and I thought, nope, today. I went,
really?
Ooh, dry face, dry hair, dry everything. But
my psoriasis, my kid last night, Bossy, we were wrestling.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and says, Daddy, you have a bunch of boo-boos all over your leg. Does it hurt? I'm like, no, it's not good. And he goes, what's it from? I go, eating too much candy.
Yeah.
Because that scares the shit out of me.
And having you guys and loving you so much and worrying about the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That's what's doing
That would be it.
Yeah. Now, the carnivore diet is helping.
Yeah.
But, dude, I have to be strict.
Strict.
Because, on the plane when they gave you those like cookies, the whatever they are.
Yes,
and I was like, I could have one of those.
Yes, I do.
Spots.
So
I'm like,
yes.
shit.
So very true. So
you gotta be
people
honest.
didn't believe me. I don't know if you remember this, but I put some half and half in my fucking coffee.
You better be on it.
And and then I ate something else. Like I was with.
Wasn't yours nightshades? Like nightshade vegetables or no?
No, mine was stress, sir.
Not because didn't your food help you though? Didn't you?
Mine
get some of your gut?
was just not living. Yeah, mine was all of it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes, stress. It's all stress. But so you do an elimination diet. There's no doubt that diet helps with your
Big
psoriasis.
time.
No fucking doubt.
I saw instant decline in spots when I went carnivore, and then I was like, I could have just a little.
They think it's a gut issue, but stress. Your gut is affected by stress.
Yes.
Your gut is affected by whatever.
Of course.
There's an incongruity in your life. I have a whole idea about that. There's a miss. That's okay. We all have it.
Oh yeah.
And that your body's just saying, "Hey, bro, let's get back to
get your shit on track."
Right. That's all. That's okay. And
cut some people out of your life.
Whatever it is, it's all just tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. That's it. Just tell that. That's. If I can say anything to anybody who's young, just fucking tell the truth and do things for people because it's the right thing to do. That's it.
Well, I do things for people. I still have spots.
Yes, yeah. Well, your spots are.
The truth is not doing what I need to do to run a business.
All of that, of course. Yes. There's probably it's fucking hard. It's all hard. It's like you're gonna fail all the time. It's like, and you make mistakes, and then we take shortcuts because we don't want to deal with that over there. We don't want to hurt this person. We don't want to. It's fucking. I know.
Then you get spots. And then you can't have cookies anymore.
You're literally like you're following my footsteps. Your teeth need to be fixed.
I'm slowly.
You got the old psoriasis. It's all good.
The hair, any day now. The hair, I'm waiting for the hair.
No, the hair, you're good.
Well, never say good.
Good body, good hair, good strength.
Dude, how about this? Speaking of good body, good strength. So David Lucas, who's usually my feature, he was headlining in San Jose. He's like, hey, he told me late, can't do Springfield. I'm like, all right, I should get a local comic. So we get to Springfield. I had no idea what to expect in Springfield. Top 5 clubs I've ever done.
What?
Blue Room Comedy Club in Springfield. Fantastic.
Really?
The owner, Chris, he's
Top
a hustler.
5.
Dude,
Chris, I'm coming.
It's so good. The town's great. They have a great hotel. What? There. Good food, good coffee.
I'm so
great
in.
crowds. Sucks to get there, whatever. Then they have the Bass Pro, which is why I'm rocking that. They have the Bass Pro shop, the giant aquarium. Shit's on the Long Beach Aquarium. You don't need to bring it up, Jen. Please don't. So it has, we already done Shop Show, but it has all that, like, shit's on Long Beach Aquarium, shit's on SeaWorld. Some billionaire built all these tanks.
So
it's massive.
Hold on.
It takes 4 hours to complete.
Bass Pro Shops, there's an aquarium.
Hold on. There's an entire zoo, dude.
At the Bass Pro Shops?
Great restaurants, coffee, Black Rifle's there. Their headquarters
Black Rifle's there.
They have a headquarter, like, coffee shop there. Nuts. So me and Jay do all that. Club's great. I didn't bring a feature, and I was like, just book a local guy. They'll appreciate the work. Me and Jay are sitting there. This guy comes. I'm not trying to make you laugh. This guy comes in. His name's Willie. He's on a walker. He's 90. And he goes, I'm doing 5 minutes. I go, oh, okay, okay, buddy, okay. And he stumbles out. And then the host comes in, some young kid. He's like, yeah. So did you talk to Willie? I'm like, the guy with the walker, the 90-year-old. Yeah. I go, no. He's not open up for me. He goes, no, dude. He opens up for Nick Swartzen. When Nick was here yesterday, he's our guy. And I was like, are you guys fucking with me? That 90-year-old guy, like, yeah, Willie. Everyone knows Willie. Like, Willie's a local favorite. I'm like, no, Willie's not opening up for me. He's 90. Like, okay, but that's who he's scheduled to do it. I'm like, you're not fucking with me. Like, no. I'm like, I guess Willie's gonna do it. He's 90. He's from New York. Grew up with Sammy the Bull. Knows all about Sammy the Bull. The more I talk to him, like, oh, he's on witness protection. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
He's 90. Started when he was 55.
Witness protection.
Has to. I was like, what brought you out here? He's like, cheaper life and the Bass Pro Shop. I'm like, oh, this doesn't add up. And then his hearing aid, he had a hearing aid. You'd have to say everything so loud.
Is he legit? How old was he legit?
Swear to God, be 90. He turns 90 today. His name's Willie.
What are you talking about?
I swear to God, his joke. So he's dirty. So this is one of his jokes. He comes out. This guy comes out of the crowd. He gets up there and was like, "What the fuck is the old guy doing?" He gets out there right off the bat. He goes, "Name's Willie." He goes, "You know why lesbians don't use these two fingers to please each other?" And I was like, "How?" He's old school. They go, "How?" He goes, "Because they're my fucking fingers."
Fucking
I was like,
awesome.
okay. Oh,
already you're awesome.
You can't help but not love them.
God, because they're my fucking fingers.
Because they're my fucking fingers.
Well, he's already awesome.
About tits, shit. You're like, oh, this guy's great.
Oh, man.
He's great. So he does the shows. And he's so funny.
God bless Willie.
Early show Saturday, he gets done. And then I go, hey, Willie, good set, man. I'll see. You got one more set. And he goes, no. I'm tired.
I'm going to bed.
I go, what? He goes, yeah, I got to go to bed. Literally was like, see you later. Stumbled out. Then you're in Missouri, which is Kansas City Chief land. They're in the Super Bowl. He comes in. He has a Bengals jacket on, like old school Bengals. He doesn't make a lot of money. Bengals jacket, and the owner goes, Chris goes, Willie, the fuck, you took the local bus here in that fucking Bengals jacket? He goes, yeah, why? He goes, it's the Bengals. We're Cheese Town. Somebody's gonna beat the shit out of you. He goes, shut up. He goes, I paid $4 for this thing. He goes, I thought it was a basketball team. I was like, this guy's great. He's going to die. This guy's great.
Unbelievable.
And then when he was...
I got to get there.
Then when he was leaving, I go, hey, Willie, so I'm telling you, I'm booked Blue Common Room every time I do tour. Every year I'll be here, man. So see you next year. He goes, maybe.
Yeah.
I go, what do you mean maybe? He goes, come on, I'm 90. I go, you're going to be here, dude. Positive thinking. He goes, oh, I'm positive. He's in World War I. He's in the Korean War. Has great stories.
He wasn't in World War I, but he was...
I'm sorry. He was in World War II and Korea. Yeah.
Wow.
In the Air Force.
Wow.
But again, he couldn't hear. You had to say everything twice until I started talking about Sammy the Bull. He goes, nah, I grew up the same block as him. Ran in the same groups as him. No, he's a good guy. I was like, oh, you heard that from across the room?
He's a good fella.
You heard that from across the room, Willie?
He's a good fella, huh?
He goes, no, they're like sharks. You don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. But if you mess with them, you better be ready to pay the price. I was like, Willie, I thought you couldn't hear us, though.
Wait, was it you that I was with the guy who does the merch for the Hells Angels?
No.
Wasn't I with you? Where I said, what is it like to hang out with them? And he said, they're grizzly bears. Like, as long as you understand. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, as long as you realize you're not a grizzly bear.
You can hang with them. They'll be nice to you. You might even get invited to the clubhouse. Yeah. You guys might hang out. You guys are laughing and everything else. But the minute you forget that they're grizzly bears and you're not a grizzly bear, the minute you think you're a grizzly bear, you're going to get fucking checked.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah. Because there's a guy from another chapter who comes in and goes, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't give a fuck that you're their friends, but I'm going to punch you in the face because I don't like the way you're behaving.
Yeah. Willie couldn't hear until you brought up the mafia thing. It was pretty perky. I was like, perky. And Jay looks at me and goes, he's in witness protection, right? I'm like, has to be. Came out to Springfield.
It's great.
Springfield was great, though, dude. Great steakhouse.
See, there are a lot of hidden gems.
Ooh, it's good.
In this country, there are a lot of hidden gems.
And Nick Swartzen was there. I posted a picture of him flipping me off. Nick Swartzen was there because he was doing somewhere, and then they reached out to him. Like, hey, you want to do?
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's so great.
The Italian Lego, and then he wanted to do.
Come and go.
He's ridiculous. They just asked him if he wanted to stay there, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'll perform tonight," and just did a show. Willie opened for him. That 90-year-old opened for him. So
great.
Yeah.
Was he doing a theater out there, or what was he doing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what he was doing out there, but he just stayed out there for like 5 days because he loved the city so much. So he's just living out this. The hotel there's great.
Really?
Great.
What's it called?
It starts with a V. I don't know. Jay booked it, but it's like
an old hotel or what is it?
New hotel. Like it was like a Pendry hotel style.
Really?
Nice, but not Pendry prices. Nice, dude.
I got to get myself
that Bass Pro Shop. You go there every day. You can bring your kids. I mean, it's SeaWorld, dude. SeaWorld on steroids. Some billionaire was like, I want to.
Well, we got dolphins. What do we got?
Oh, bro, you got alligators. You got sharks. You got large stingrays. You got
so it ain't stuff
snakes.
To buy. You're talking about shit that's just there.
No, like straight up, like the Long Beach Aquarium. It shits on that. Like crazy stuff, dude.
That's a bold statement.
If you take your time, it takes 4 hours to get through it. It's so big, massive. They have safaris you can go on. They have a restaurant, Hemingway's restaurants there.
Now here's the big question: From Los Angeles, how long does it take you to get there? Couple days, 2 days, or 3?
Dude, my flight was delayed. I touched down because of the delays. They already started the show. I had to rush there. Didn't get to go to the hotel because of delays. You have to go from here to Dallas. Then Dallas has like several flights into there. But from here to Dallas, there's no direct. Jay had a direct from Denver, though. But yeah, it's not easy to get to. But boys, I'm telling you, it's worth it. Great fucking
I'm 100%.
fun. And the way they run it, pick me up from the airport, would order steak, drinks were great, the service was great, the wait staff was great, the owner's one of the best. He reminds me of Keith from Wise Guys, but younger. He's my age. Hustler.
Wow. Really?
It used to be a church.
Woo!
Used to be a church, and then for a reason they stopped doing it during the pandemic. He walked in, he's like, this is a comedy club, comedy club.
Damn,
and he's a comic, so he knows that everything was great.
I love it. All right.
Great.
I
great
gotta,
area.
You have his number? I'll call him.
Yeah, we've been texting. He randomly, I woke up to a text this morning. He randomly texted me, ninjas hate crunchy leaves. All right, dude. All right.
That's true. It's a funny joke.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Ninjas hate crunchy leaves because you got to sneak up on somebody.
I was like, did you get that from Willie?
It's a great fucking joke, actually. It's actually a haiku poem.
It's funny, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, B, let's take a little break.
Let's take a little break, buddy.
Dude, I'm gonna come back in about 2 weeks. Looking a lot tanner because I'm in Naples next week doing stand-up, dude. Naples, Florida. Comedy Off the Hook. February 16th, 17th, and 18th is Naples, Florida. Bakersfield, one night only. February 23rd, that's almost sold out. One night, not adding shows. I can't. So get your tickets now. Then Brea's one night, March 3rd. That's a Friday. 2 shows. March 4th is a companion for the big John Jones fight. So I have to cancel that Saturday. But March 3rd, 2 shows in Brea, California. Bakersfield one night, February 23rd. Then Naples is next week. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Gonna get a lot more tan, B.
I will not be getting tan when I'm in Edmonton, Canada.
Opposite of tan.
Comic strip. I hear it's a little cold there. I'll be at the comic strip in Edmonton, February 23, February 24, February 25. Nashville, Tennessee, Zanies, March 2, 3, and 4. New York, Sony Hall, March 11th. West Nyack, New York, Levity Live, March 16, 17, 18. Get
nice,
ready.
Buddy. Well, listen, UFC 284 is this freaking Saturday. I
love fighting, but I like making money.
Well, UFC 284 got you covered, man. This Saturday, we're doing Fight Pan with Joe Rogan. Tune in. You got Makhachev is fighting to keep his title against Volkanovski. They're here to make history. 2 division champs here. Join the MMA action with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Now, we talked about it, B. I'm taking Volkanovski via decision. That's the dog. That's the prop bet decision, though.
Okay. That's a gutsy decision.
I like Josh Emmett, too. So if you want to parlay freaking Volkanovski and Josh Emmett, the 2 dogs.
I got Yair and I got Makhachev. So.
The odds makers have it with you too. I get it, dude. If the excitement of the Octagon isn't enough for you, cool. Super Bowl Sunday is happening this Sunday. Join the big game. Get on the action with DraftKings.
Who do you got for that? Who do you got for that?
I like the Chiefs.
Okay, I got the Eagles. See what happens?
Okay, we'll have to bet on that.
Eagles,
we'll bet Wednesday on that. Download the app right now. Use code FIGHTER. New customers can bet $5 on UFC 284 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code FIGHTER. Minimum age eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. DraftKings.
Yeah. Do you watch Physical 100? Have you seen it?
No, Jeff Dye was talking about it.
With it.
Yeah, people love it, right? It's kind of like Squid Game, but real life Netflix.
It's the most physical, strongest people in Korea, and they're all rocked out of their minds.
They're like jacked Asians, right?
Jacked, like CrossFitters and shit like that.
And then what do they? That guy's huge.
Yeah, dude, they're all real athletes, except for that guy's a bodybuilder. So the bodybuilders don't fare too well when they have to wrestle with the guy on the national Korean wrestling team.
Oh, so
heavyweight.
So what are some of the events?
MMA fighters, national wrestlers, skeleton crew athletes.
Besides that Korean champ,
huge, dude.
On the left.
They're fucking way big. They're huge, Bubba. They're huge.
Oh, Koreans are big. I mean, look at Chin.
And athletic and strong, and there's a tradition
Look at
of athleticism.
Okami's Japanese, right, Chin?
Okami's Japanese, but you know, Sexyama's in this.
Yeah, Sexyama's in
it. Yeah, he's right here.
And how's he do?
Very well. He had to hang from a... So can I just tell you, it starts with this. There's a giant, sort of grid of bars.
Brian
lowers
jacked
down.
off to that. Guarantee Brian jacked off that.
I'm very attracted to
100%.
Korean women. And
That's
I said that, and that's a first... I always thought they were beautiful, but this is a different thing.
Oh, Japanese are gorgeous.
No, Korean. Big difference.
Korean.
Never
Korean,
confused
yeah.
Japanese
No,
and
I
Korean
did. That's
ever
why I
in a
said
million
Okami.
years.
Yeah, of course.
But I will say this. So the first challenge is huge grid lowers Okay, lowers. And then you have to grab it, whoever hangs on it the longest. So the first 50 people
There's no
that
time
fall
limit?
are, there's no time limit. Some people, now, if you're smart, you hang like the way he was with your whole body over it.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
but it
easy.
still sucks.
Yeah.
The Olympic gold medalist who was a gymnast, the gymnast who won the gold medal, he was the
Blah, 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 blah.
I just spoiled it.
Yeah, you spoiled all of
Shit.
it for everybody.
All right, I'm not going to spoil it. Can you bleep that part out?
Yeah.
All right, bleep that art because I don't want to. So then you'd like this one. You'd be like you and me, and there's a ball. There's a ball and a pool of water. Whoever's holding the ball at the end of the 3 minutes
Oh, that's cool.
is wins, and you just go.
These
And
people go out. How do they decide how to match them up?
well, you pick.
Like is
a lot
Sexy
of
Yama
times
going against that chick?
you get to pick your person. So the winners of the hanging thing get to pick who they want to do it with. Now, I wouldn't pick you. A guy like you 100% wins because you're a wrestler, you're big. So you could just keep somebody off, and then last second you could jump on
get
the
it,
ball,
yeah.
right? Then they break them up into teams. Everybody votes on the 10 captains that they want. And you got 10 captains, and they choose their teams.
And what do they win?
Well,
Like Squid Game?
I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's crazy. But meanwhile, this is the fucking craziest one.
There's no black guy?
There is a black guy. There is a black guy.
Black Korean guy?
Yep, speaks fluent Korean.
Holy shit.
And there's an American 6'6" baseball player who played for the Diamondbacks. Now plays in Korea. He's 6'6". I mean, it's a really deep field.
I'm in.
Hey, bring up the cast so I can show you like what. So the motherfuckers have to do this. This was the weirdest one.
Don't
We were
spoil
like,
all
what
of
are
it. 'Cause
they-
People are going to get
Yeah.
into it now. Now you're kind of ruining it.
Yeah,
you know?
I wonder can I say what the game is?
I wouldn't. Just save it.
The game with the 5 is just ridiculous. Don't show me anything because I don't want to
Just
see
as the cast. That's Cho Sung-hoon is basically Yoshihiro Akiyama, Sexyama. He's
Oh.
Korean and Japanese. That's why they
and
use
like
the
anything
name.
else, you're always surprised at who's
Oh, you need to
really
see
good and who's
you want to see
not.
pictures though, right?
But you're always surprised. You're always like, oh
Bodybuilder,
fuck,
dancer,
I never
bodybuilder.
called that guy to win, but
I bet like that bobsledder's probably no punk.
right. Because they have so much
Wrestler,
power.
national team swimmer. Yeah, they're going to be monsters. Yo-Yo's a model. National team wrestler, crossfitter.
Yeah, the
Correctional
national
officer.
team wrestlers do very well, typically. What is
Bodybuilder.
Cerium wrestling? What is that?
I'll look
Two
it up
S's,
after this.
cesarean wrestling.
Huh?
Wrestling of eels
That's what I thought.
into their mouth.
Pilates.
Right?
I don't know, dude. I don't know if I can.
Korea.
I don't think so.
Look at this one.
Eel sauce. Casino dealer, fitness model. But she's dimed up.
She is. Some of them are dimed the fuck up.
Oh,
I
in.
can't tell which are the female names, which are the.
It's
I
tough.
can't.
It's super tough.
Kim,
It's all Kim.
A lot of kids.
Swimmers,
Kim
models,
Park.
Bang,
Kim Park
Bang
Bang.
Ju-un,
And then there's Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Tarzan's a good looking kid.
YouTuber.
Some of them are impossibly muscular.
ROK Special Forces.
And yeah. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to say out loud. There's no doubt, I want to be respectful.
They're on sauce.
There's no doubt that sauce has made its way to Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
not everybody, but,
Folk style wrestling. Traditional
Yeah.
sport, Korea.
Yeah,
They grab, like, the-
big wrestlers in Korea.
Oh, it's like sumo, but freestyle
Yeah.
wrestling.
Very well
they grab your
represented in the
bands.
Olympics, I might add, the Koreans in wrestling. Very well represented. Judo and Korea and
Yeah. They're not winning the wrestling. Yeah, I hear you.
took silver medal when Cael Sanderson won the gold. I believe he wrestled.
Oh,
a
are you
Korean
talking
guy.
about early? How
No,
long
but
ago was
they still are competitive. They're still
that?
competitive.
They're not a top powerhouse. Not even
I
close.
think they are.
Bring it up, Chin. Bring up medals.
In wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah. Who are
So,
I mean, it's Russia,
Korean-
America.
America.
Who medaled best in wrestling, or what? Do you mean?
The Koreans for a small country do very well, I think.
I don't know.
When was the Olympics?
No.
Just put
Medal.
Gold medal. Olympic
Top
wrestling?
countries that medaled in wrestling.
Yeah, there you go.
Olympics, right?
Yeah. There goes Olympics. You could do all time.
Soviet Union,
Japan's on there.
Turkey, Iran, yeah.
Go down. It'll keep going, Chin. It'll be on there. No, just keep. Oh, there, that's fine. Soviet Union, Japan, Russia, United
wow,
States.
Japan. I never would have thought that.
Oh, there's all the medals. Soviet Union,
Bulgaria's
Japan,
5.
Russia, United States, Bulgaria.
Yeah, Bulgaria. That's what I said.
Korea's not a powerhouse in wrestling. Yeah. That's obvious.
No, they were.
They're not powerhouse,
They've
no,
done
no,
some good stuff. It's not unusual to see Koreans.
They're not a top 5 on anything, babe.
Hold on, guys. Well, not top 5. We can go top 10.
I mean, sure.
I know ice skating they do well.
No, they do a lot. They're
I mean, like
Russia.
the
Don't
speed
and don't
skating,
sleep
yeah.
on
You said
Korea. It
Russia.
says don't
You said
sleep on
Russia.
Korea. It says don't sleep on Korea, motherfuckers. Right there.
It'd be tough for them. Yeah, that show looks dope. Are you caught up on the Last of Us?
I'm not.
You still haven't seen the
got
gay episode?
sidelined. I got sidelined by a French show on Amazon called The Bureau about the CIA, about their intelligence community, and it's as real as it gets.
Have you watched?
Kind of mind blowing.
Have you watched that war movie on Netflix about World War One?
I've not.
Man,
Oh, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Ooh.
Well, it's a phenomenal book. It's a famous book, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
So, which I've read twice.
the movie's so good.
It's a seminal book about the experience of World War One. But
That's
the
how this
movie
is.
must
It
be
shows you
sick.
how bad it. How
trench
rough it was.
warfare?
Yeah,
What?
awful. Different time.
Yes.
Different time.
Yes.
we don't fight like that anymore.
The only thing
And it
that was
shows-
worse
shows-
than World War One was World War Two.
I thought, yeah, but World War One was worse, right, as far as the fighting goes, because the trench warfare,
In terms of
misery.
So the
Not as
fundamental
death.
difference when people talk about it was World War One was still a war fought by soldiers.
Yeah.
It was still a war fought by soldiers on a battlefield, right? And it was also the first time that technology was introduced that literally decimated. So
the chemical warfare.
well, chemical warfare, poison gas, but mainly machine guns.
yes,
So we didn't. So
they
so,
show that.
Yeah,
Like,
you
they're,
could
they're,
see
they're doing this thing.
The idea of gallantly being like charging the line with your plumed hat
Yeah.
on a horse.
when they're getting mowed down.
It's
just-
literally like fighting people with guns with a bow and arrow, because you'd run by when your sword,
Yeah, screwed.
And the Germans were like, "That's adorable."
and the tanks.
Yeah.
The tanks were better back then.
Yeah. Then the
Germans
British
were.
came up with it. Then we had new kinds of bombs and artillery.
Yeah.
So in World War One, there was a cannon, I believe the British came in with, that if you were 300 feet away or 300 feet away, you had to cover your eyes and you had to have something in your ears or you would blow your eardrum.
Jesus Christ.
It was that powerful. Nobody had seen that before. Nobody knew what that was.
It's so well done. It's dark. Obviously, it's about
Yeah.
war, but it's like 5 young boys. They're all excited to fight in the army. And like, yeah, let's go, right? And then they're like these friends, and they thought it was just gonna be something cool. And man, it gets dark
It gets so dark because
because it shows them in the trenches, and
Yes.
they're like, "What happened?" And then it shows what happened to them. Like, Jesus Christ.
and let me just give you an idea of what trench warfare was. This is great. So again, World War II became a war that civilians paid a price for because you had carpet bombing.
Yeah.
And they bombed cities and towns
Everyone,
and destroyed
yeah.
everybody. But of course the Holocaust, all that. But with World War I, so you and I we're in the trenches. We dig a trench. Now the guys over there are in their trenches, and there's an area called no man's land. What you don't know is that you got generals who are saying, hey, we're going to launch an attack on them. We know that they're going to be shooting, but we'll get some people into the trenches. We'll probably lose 10,000 people today.
Correct.
Today.
Correct.
And you were told that you'd hear a whistle and you would run. Now, if you didn't, what happened was you would get shot afterwards for cowardice.
Yeah, if you didn't run, they shot you.
Yeah. And there were famous stories of people getting knocked out by shrapnel, and then they didn't charge, and they're like, we still got to kill you because... and then
That's smart.
you'd have people who were so shell shocked that they'd be doing this,
Just tense up.
and they'd be like, you're a coward. So they put them on a thing. But what would happen to these men was that when you're in a trench, okay, couple things. One, it would start to rain.
It gets wet.
Yeah.
This movie's
And now
wet. The entire movie's
Oh, well,
wet.
now you're in a
Entire movie's
trench.
wet.
Now, you don't have anywhere to go to the bathroom, you see, because you can't go over. So you have
You
to
get shot
go
in
to
the
the
head.
bathroom there. Also, when your friends get shot, they are dead there.
Correct.
So now they're covered in mud. And so now you're in a soup of your own urine, feces,
Feces.
and bodies. That's great.
Yeah.
That didn't cause any disease at all.
No.
And you're not sleeping. Now add to the fact that the British and the Germans were digging tunnels, and they would tunnel in and they'd get under you. they put a bunch of explosives under you and blow you to smithereens.
There's that too. And then if they got close enough to the trenches, then they had guys with flamethrowers who'd go through and light it on fire.
Please let's not forget the mustard gas that they would float across. So you'd have to keep a little canary.
Correct.
And if the canary died, then you were like, get your mask. Good stuff. Now, here's the problem, Brendan.
Hitler got hit with mustard gas.
Hitler sure did. He got blinded. Now, here's the problem with mustard gas. Sometimes the wind would shift and blow it back at you, or this is a great time. Yeah, it's a good time. The mustard gas, for whatever reason, would settle and get into the water. Now it's in the water. Now it stops raining and can't get any water to the front lines. You could also smell the front lines. You could smell it from 5 miles away. Let me say it again. You could smell the front lines from 5 miles away. Oh, it's good. Now, you can't drink that water, but some people would try. And then they drink mustard,
Think how thirsty they were.
Body water.
Think how thirsty
and
they
you
were.
Die. Yeah. Now, I'm not done. As you were leaving, when you were leaving the trenches, you see, the problem was that those trenches got super deep and super muddy. You ever heard of quicksand?
Oh,
you
my
sure
God.
have. Now, here's the great news. As you're leaving, Brendan, sometimes you're all weighed down by gear. And there were a lot of stories of men who would fall into the muck and just disappear into, you would die from
mud abyss.
From mud. You'd die from mud.
Mud face.
Yeah. And there were classic stories of guys saying, shoot me, as they were going down. They didn't want to die that way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So when you say, does hell exist on Earth?
The worst war of all time.
Yeah. The Germans started it.
Yeah.
And after they lost, they weren't allowed to put crosses over. The Allies were like, you're not allowed to put crosses.
After the
you
shit
can have
we've
a
seen.
fucking stick.
After
That's
the
what they
shit
did.
we've seen.
They literally like,
You want a
even
cross?
your dead aren't
Yeah.
allowed to have a
Fuck
cross.
all of you.
Oh, dude. It was so bad.
The movie portrays all this. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
Like when they sign up for it, because when soldiers get shot like through the chest or in the back,
Sure.
they would take the uniforms off, send it somewhere, wash it. There'd be blood everywhere. Then they just sew a patch over it. Then you give it to the new guy. New guy would give like, why is there a patch on? Like, oh, it tore. You're fine. Keep going.
Yeah. And
Just so many people died.
Did I mention they didn't have antibiotics, really?
Yeah.
It wasn't like
A lot of
all
them died
over the
from
place.
sickness.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of deaths from flu.
Tuberculosis is a great time.
Flu fucked everybody up.
Yeah, well, you had the Spanish flu, remember?
Yeah.
That came after the war.
The old
So
Spain,
after
yeah.
the war, God was like, or the devil was like, hey, listen, guys, Europe, I know we turned Europe into a slaughterhouse, turned it into a slaughterhouse. As
Let me sprinkle a little Spanish flu on
Yeah,
you.
as Nietzsche predicted. Now, let's drop a flu on y'all that'll kill 50 million people. And you thought COVID was bad. And Brendan, need I remind you, the Spanish flu wasn't into old people. It was into the young.
It was into air, but
Yeah. And when you were flowering, when you were a young man, you would die from
Get
the
ya.
Spanish flu. Yeah.
Yeah, horrible time.
So,
Point is, movie's good, but it's dark, as you would think. It's not a
did
comedy.
you watch that I sent you, the most dangerous comedy in the world?
Yes.
Yeah. And just the first episode's worth
Yeah,
watching.
first episode. Yeah.
The other ones get a little.
Yeah, get a little dicey. Yeah.
But it's kind of cool.
Are you gonna? Well, I was about to say, are you gonna watch UFC 284 this weekend? But we're doing a fight companion with Joe Rogan on Saturday.
Sure are. We're doing a fight companion with the great Joe Rogan on Saturday.
You excited for the fights?
I am excited for the fights.
Give me a breakdown of Islam Makhachev and
Why don't we bring all this up?
Alex Volkanovski. Your co-main event is Josh Emmett and Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah. So I got a lot to say about this.
Now
fight.
you know how they've been saying it's been under promoted. It's on track. Supposedly, what I last read from a site on Twitter, it's tracking to be the biggest pay-per-view ever, beating Conor.
Why is that?
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Very strange.
Maybe that's information from UFC trying to, not look bad. I don't know.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if it was.
Well, I would too.
Yeah. Very surprised.
I'd be very surprised.
surprised.
Now,
Because Islam has complained about the promotion of this. He's like, you're going to promote the slap fight league over this fight?
yeah, that's very strange.
I can't remember last time. It's unheard of. The number 1 pound for pound versus number 2 pound for pound, both in their prime fighting. This has never happened. As far as
Has it never happened?
Never. As far as skill wise goes, it's the highest level fight the UFC has to offer in the history of the sport.
I would agree with you in some ways and disagree with you in others.
Name a bigger one.
Well, Alexander Volkanovski can fucking strike, and he puts his hands on your face, and he's just one of those.
He's good at
guys.
everything.
And he's good at everything, but not so good at. He's not known to be a wrestler / jiu-jitsu master. You had T City almost choked, submit him twice.
Keyword there is almost.
Almost.
T City lost that fight.
Yes, he did
Yes.
badly. So we know we're taking Islam, right? We know that, right?
I'm not.
Hold on.
I
Sorry. Hold on. Let me just ask this again. Sometimes we get a little.
Please.
You know what happens? Because sometimes you're a little hungry. You
I'm taking the dog.
Howie's podcast.
I'm taking the dog.
So let's start again.
Go ahead.
Let's start again.
Go ahead.
So you know that Islam's going to win that. No disrespect to the great Alexander Volkanovski. No disrespect. But we know that our boy Islam Makhachev is going to, who should be a 70-pounder, is going to beat Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, we know that, right?
No. And I'm down to bet on it again.
Really?
I'm taking Alex via decision.
Well, we bet $5,000 last time. Now I don't want to take your money. I don't want to be mean.
I keep taking the dogs and losing.
Yeah.
It's easy to take the faves.
I'm going to let you set the price, and I'll put my hand in your hand at anything you say.
How about
now? Be careful now. Be nice to yourself.
So if Alexander wins, all Alexander has to do is win, and I get $2,000. If Makhachev, because he's the favorite, 3-1 favorite. If Makhachev wins, he has to win by finish.
There you go.
And so if Makhachev wins, you get 1,000.
That's a good bet.
Yeah, because I'm still better odds, still 2-1 odds.
It's a good bet.
Deal?
Yeah.
$2,000 if Alex wins.
Yeah.
And then you only win if Islam gets a finish.
I like that.
Yeah. Because if Islam wins, it's going to be by finish. I don't think he beats him.
What's that?
If Islam wins this fight, it's going to be by finish. In the scrambles, if he gets Alexander Volkanovski's neck, it's going to be a problem. I think Islam's going to be surprised. And I like the way his camp is kind of, I don't think they're taking it too serious because he's smaller. He's small. He used to fight at 55. He used to walk around at 210.
He's not that small. He's not that much smaller.
He has a 2-inch reach advantage. And I think, yeah. I think his height is going to be an advantage because he's hard to get under. Now, he's going to get taken down. Guarantee he gets taken down. I think it's going to be tough to hold him down there. I think he gets back up and he wins.
Against most guys, but the problem is...
I know, Makhachev Savage.
Those guys.
I know.
They just put their
and the odds are on your side, B. I just think Volkanovski with his speed, I think his speed's going to be a problem for Makhachev. And they gave away his game plan already. Khabib gave it away. They're so confident.
Yeah.
You're going to force the clinch, beat him up to clinch, wear him out, and then take him down, submit him.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's fine. Now I will say this. If you stand and bang with Volkanovski, I don't care who you are. If he starts connecting on your face... I
mean, he's not a knockout artist, so I don't think he's going to knock Makhachev out. He could wobble and finish him off, but he's not like a KO guy. Yeah. But I think between his kicks, southpaw versus traditional, I think his inside leg kicks can be a problem for Makhachev.
Again,
I think his speed and quickness and avoid being controlled on the ground, he's going to win rounds. Yeah. It's going to be controversial because people are like, but Makhachev landed 8 takedowns, but that's not the story of the fight.
Yeah. I don't think, here's the problem. If it's strictly stand-up, I'm going to entertain this fight, and I'm going to entertain your argument. I'm going to get very excited because strictly stand-up, Alexander Volkanovski will keep anybody busy and cause a lot of damage.
He's too quick.
Especially on your front leg.
He's too quick.
That. Yes, all good.
He's going to take him down.
The problem is that once he's taken down, he ain't getting back up.
Well, that's the fight.
That's the problem.
That's the fight. If because he's going to get taken down. If Volkanovski gets taken down, when he does, can he hand fight, get to his feet right away, and not get controlled?
The answer is no, sir.
And history's probably on your side on that. I think Volkanovski
very hard to hand fight.
And also, I do think Volkanovski is one of the first guys that actually truly 100% every fiber in his body believes he can beat Makhachev.
I love that.
Which is huge. You're talking about between the two of them, they have over 50 wins, 2 losses.
Yeah.
Pound for pound number 1, 100%. Pound for pound number 2.
Until that guy grips you and you're on the ground. But yes. Now, and the other thing I always look at is Volkanovski, my guess is doesn't have anybody in his camp, and that's a great camp. That is the wrestler that Islam is. So it's hard to train.
You can bring Dagestani guys. Now I'm sure he's been working on. Khabib said this. I agree with him. He goes, "We've been doing it since we were kids. So if Volkanovski wants to focus on getting up, good luck. It's all we do." Yeah. He's right, but I do think they're sleeping on Volkanovski. I think they're gonna have a harder time keeping him down early on.
He's a champion. There's a reason he's a champion.
Champion.
He finds a way to live.
So fucking
to
good.
Win. Yeah,
he's never lost.
He's so fucking good.
Yeah. And lost in the UFC, I should say.
You know what I'm really excited about? You know what I'm more excited about?
No, don't say the co-main event.
No. I'm actually, what I'm really excited about, and I believe this is going to happen, mark my words. I believe Volkanovski goes back to 45, and Yair Rodriguez fights Volkanovski, and I believe that's his toughest fight. I believe that's Volkanovski's toughest fight, Yair Rodriguez. That's going to be tough for him.
Huh.
Yeah. You don't think so? What do you think?
No, I actually think Emmett beats him, but
really?
Yeah.
Really?
He's a dog too. Yeah, I think Emmett beats him. It's too tough. hits too hard.
What?
Just matchup wise, Yair's flash. He's been on a streak lately, but I think it's dealt with. I think Volkanovski. There's so many great fights. At 45 is good, but at 55, there's a lot of fun fights for him.
Oh yeah.
I think we're going to get Makhachev Volkanovski a few times.
Well,
this won't be the last.
I think we're going to get. I think that. Let me see. Makhachev is going to end up going up to 70.
Yes.
And he's going to be just as much a nightmare for everyone at 70. You would agree?
100%. He's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Now, if our boy Chimaev can get down to 70,
it'd be tough.
That would be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know if he's hearing that much from Makhachev's wrestling. He's familiar with that language.
He's very familiar. It'd be a great fight.
Be a great fight.
But I think
that'd be a really.
I think Hamza at 70. Those days are probably gone.
You think so? He's got to go to 70.
It's too big.
He's got to
go to 85.
Yeah, that's just I know.
He has to.
Just a little.
He's too big.
Yeah.
He missed weight last time. The UFC's probably like, get the fuck out of here.
But if he can do it, I'm excited.
And 70's kind of a shit show right now. Like they got to figure some stuff out.
Yeah. Now there's a 55er who's like, I don't know, his brother. I don't know who it is in Bellator. Who they were talking about flirting with coming over. I don't know. Isn't there a guy who's devastating at 55 in Bellator?
I don't know.
His last name ends with a V.
I'll look it up.
Random.
They're in the same camp.
As Makhachev?
Yeah.
I mean, Khabib's the cousin's over there. He's a problem.
Yeah, he's 35 though, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pound for pound.
You got Usman.
You said 55, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Usman?
Yeah, Usman's a monster. Islam?
There he is. Yeah, Usman. Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
22 and 2.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Usman goes, you know what? I'm going to make the jump over to 55. You go up to 70. Let's just all us Dagestanis rule the roost. And by the way, while we're at it, let's get the 35er who's over there, in there too. That might be.
Hey, you're talking general, man. You don't know any ways.
I know.
And let's
know who's.
What are you, Dana White, promoting UFC 284? And then you get the other guy, the Russian guy,
Magomed,
who's on. He's undefeated. You can't mess with him. Get him over there, and then with the switch, and then they'll run the gamut. Dagestan.
How about our boy Juan Archuleta, fucking killer out of Duke? I worked with him on Kingdom.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
Great guy.
He didn't fight this weekend. But I hear you, dude.
Yeah, anyway.
Hey, stay
Let's change the subject
Hey, go back to World War I.
Let's change the subject real quick.
What about the Dagestan?
Josh, who's the last person Josh Emmett fought? Who you think you're taking Emmett on that?
Yeah, I'm taking Emmett.
I'm going to take your on that.
Calvin Kattar.
Calvin Kattar.
Yeah. Ooh, boy. That's no joke. Your chances are in your lifetime you're going to get in a car accident.
Oh, man, I've been there.
600 car accidents an hour. 5 million car crashes in 2020.
Dude, that's 15,000 a day, 600 an hour, like you said. That's nuts.
Get injured, your car's messed up, whatever it might be. Guess what? There are repercussions.
Is it millions of dollars to get a lawyer? Is it impossible?
You can look. First of all, when you sue, you're not suing the person. You're suing their insurance company, and that's just to make you whole. Now, you might think filing a claim is hard. You got to go find a lawyer. No, not with Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan, you can actually do it from your phone. It's about as easy as putting in an Uber order or something like that.
That's super easy. Yeah,
it's easy.
If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, the official law firm partner of the UFC. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. Wow.
Listen, it's so less easy, than 8 steps pretty much from your couch and you filed your claim. And their fee is free unless they win. So for more information, go to forthepeople.com/fighter. Forthepeople.com/fighter or dial pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. Okay? And it's pretty much that simple. You can submit a claim without ever having to leave the couch. Just open up your phone, and in 8 clicks or less, you're already done.
That's FOR, thepeople.com/fighter or pound LAW, pound 529 from your cell. Forthepeople.com/fighter.
But, yeah.
They're good fights, though.
Yes.
The command would be fun, huh?
I can't
We
wait.
haven't done one in a hot second.
I can't wait. Be great. I've been talking to Rogan a lot lately. Just shooting the shit.
You liked his pod with
Jordan Peterson.
Peterson?
I find myself agreeing with every single thing that they say. I had a really interesting thing. I was thinking about with Joe, and I was like, we're different people, But when it comes down to like what we consider important, like our value system and our sort of notion of what to prioritize, what not to prioritize, what's important, what's not, what has meaning, what doesn't. I feel like I'm absolutely lockstep.
So you guys are friends though?
Yeah, but I don't know if we arrived at that. We kind of arrived at that. Maybe we're the same generation. Maybe we're the same everything.
You guys both old as shit.
Yeah. I don't know. But how do you feel like you're that way? With me and with Joe? With Jordan Peterson?
As far as,
when you hear that.
I like Jordan Peterson, right? Like he gets a ton of hate, right? Ton of hate. And he goes, what's interesting, Joe, is I've never gotten the streets. He's like, social media is not real. He's like, I've maybe in my entire life, I've had 6 altercations. It's awful when they have them. I've never had it. And I was thinking about that. I was walking through the airport, and people, I love you, man, love you.
You also sold out. People don't realize that. Like you go to something like the Blue Room, and that many people come, and they love seeing you. But that's what I heard.
But,
anyway.
but that's what's like. That's reality. Like I always tell people, like social media, like how much hate does Machine Gun Kelly get? He was at the Grammys last night. I don't know if he won, but the guy gets millions and millions of views.
Tried to fight Sam Tripoli
recently.
Yes, sir. He went back to the green room at the Comedy Store and got in Sam's face.
Why?
Because Sam was making fun of white guys who act black, and he got bunched up about it on stage.
Recently?
Yeah. Now,
what did Sam do?
Sam is the monk. Sam's just, Sam's 50. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a monk. So, what do you think I would do in that situation? Be honest.
You try and settle it down. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You wouldn't attack.
No.
Machine Gun. You try and
but
de-escalate.
If you come backstage.
I would.
You come back to green room.
Now I'm a Machine Gun Kelly fan. And I'd been like, hold on.
Well, I'm jealous of him.
I would have said. I would have said MGK. I don't know his real name, or Colton, or some shit like that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's a 50 comic. You came here. That's comedy. What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
You're engaged in making fucks. You're upset about this. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stood for that.
Yeah, I think what I would have done is I would have done that too. Now, if he got in my face,
you have problems.
It would be very hard for me to not.
It'd be hilarious if you get your ass whipped.
Escalate that.
It'd be hilarious.
It would. You know why that would be hilarious? It'd be very hilarious.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
But
he's a tall drink of water.
Yeah.
He's about this big.
Yeah. Yeah. That like I said, it'd be very hilarious. He better know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But
that's very strange. You go back there and talk shit to say. It's like you came to a comic show and you got offended, and then you want to talk shit to the comic. Not only are you talking shit to comic, you're talking shit to comic who's beloved by all of us,
and a fucking great
and defends
guy,
people. A great guy.
Yes,
one of our closest
by
friends.
all of us.
Yes,
like a real comedy.
So if you have an issue with Sam, you have an issue with me.
Correct.
And I'm not Sam.
No.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of your songs, but I'm gonna leg kick your stupid skeleton jack leg right off.
You can't hit him. You could never do anything. Maybe you could grab him, squeeze him up a little bit. Right?
Yeah, I'd do that. I wouldn't hit him in the face and get sued. No.
Even if he hits you, you have to just kind of go.
I mean, if he hit me,
have to go.
If he hit me, game on. But yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta and then go and grab him and just pull him in. What you gotta do is you gotta pull him in because you're good at this. You grab here, the Gable grip him here in the hips. You pull him right close.
He looks like the guy that'll bite your nose though. He's just crazy.
Well, you squeeze him. I've been squeezed by you. What you do is you squeeze that guy until some ribs pop. Or he poos his pants a little bit.
Now listen, Pumpkin Jack. You keep saying you're from Cleveland. You're from Denver, right?
You got to get behind.
You grew up in Denver.
Maybe arm drag him, get behind.
I'd whisper in his ear, you're from Denver. Let's quit the whole act, right? You're not from Cleveland, so come here. You know, it's gonna hurt a little bit. You're talking shit to Sam, so I'll make you shit your pants in front of your girl. Say, hey, Megan, how you doing? Look. Just hold
Is he still with Megan?
Oh yeah, they're engaged.
I thought they broke up.
No, she was there with him last night at the Grammys.
Good. She's good people. But you just kind of.
I can't. So what'd Sam do?
He came back a second time. He came back twice.
And so what did he say the second time?
He got in his face again. You know, because Sam came back and goes, Machine Gun Kelly just tried to fight me on backstage, and then he came back. And
what other comics were on the show? Was Eddie there?
Well, I have a friend who's a comic who said, "What's he doing? Keep him there," and drove to the Comedy Store. It would have been bad for Machine Gun Kelly, but you know.
Yeah, Sam could have called me. I would have came like, "What's going on? I'm a fan, dude. My kid loves your music." What are you doing?
What are you doing? Well, if any of us had been,
you're not going to sing the same.
If Rogan had been there,
you're not going to sing the same. I'm telling you, if you keep this up, you're going to change. I'm going to alter your life.
If any of us had been there, like
the real guys, no.
well, the guys who, you know, it would have been different.
Guys that sell tickets. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It would have been something different.
Yeah.
That's all. But Sam's a monk. Sam's like Zen. Sam's
Yeah, he's a
like
great
whatever.
dude.
He's not gonna.
Wow, that's insane. I didn't know that.
It's kind of surreal when someone like that is in your face and you're like, young man,
Especially
young
Sam's
man.
older.
Excuse me,
Dude.
young man. I'm a comic. This is. You know what it is? Machine Gun. You're very inappropriate right now. You're being inappropriate.
You're out of line.
Sir. You're out of line.
If you don't get back in the studio with that pink guitar and play some fucking tunes, I'm gonna twist your dick up.
He's very talented. I don't know his music.
Yeah, he's talented.
Yeah.
Gets a lot of hate, but he's super
That's
talented.
all right.
Yeah, he's doing something right.
He's very unique. He dresses in a. See, the problem with me is I'm jealous of him. I'm a little jealous of his style. He's cool. He's young.
He's like a rock star.
There's a lot of stuff. He's a rock star.
You could take some hair tips from. He was like had your hair
he
and then
did?
has full blown locks.
Oh wow!
now.
So I'm already but I'm already a little jealous. So you can't come back to my. You can't come into my house and be that way.
I've heard mixed things on him. I don't judge anybody till I meet him personally. I've heard.
Good-looking kid.
I've had one.
Good-looking boy.
I know. Jesus Christ! I know one group that worked with him.
Yeah.
Like complete nightmare. Tried to fight the sound guy. Another group that was like he's the best. So yeah, I'll wait till I
He's
meet him
probably
myself.
great. He's probably great. He's probably a
Right,
good guy.
complicated dude.
He's a complicated guy. I mean, he's fucking. That takes a lot of time to. He's got style. I don't
He
know
has
how to
a
do
style.
That. He has a style.
He has a style. She has all the style.
She's amazing. She's a great person. All across the board, fantastic human being. But
Peace. Yeah, I'm a fan.
but he he dates the most beautiful women in the world. Look at him though. He is more colorful than any fish you have in your fucking tank.
Yeah, he looks like a flower horn. I'm a
He is
flower horn
more
that
colorful
dresses
than
the same way.
anything you have. What's his background?
White.
Yeah.
You shitting
Does
me?
he train at all? Does he know how to fight?
Hey, no. Absolutely not. No. Does he train? No, he does a lot of drugs and plays music.
Yeah, that's
And fucks hot
the
chicks.
cockiness of somebody who's never been actually fucking checked.
That whole picture there.
You just haven't been checked, but it's all good because you got to have people like that, but not if you're going to get actually. You know what it is? You know what I resent?
Out of all the comics, though.
Here's the problem. You're awesome. Be awesome. You're stepping out of your lane now, though. If you're going to get physical, now you're stepping a little out of your lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're coming back.
Now,
here
he almost
with.
got beat up by the Slipknot guys, or I think Insane Clown Posse, because he talked shit about them, and their fans were like, excuse me?
Yeah.
And that lead singer just started talking shit about him. So you got to be careful. There's no reason for that. And especially, like, out of all the guys to fuck with, Sam ain't the one.
Or he doesn't have to be careful because he knows that at the end of the day, nobody's going to punch him and he's going to be fine.
No, they are, though. No, they are. See, that's my problem with society.
Yeah.
But no, we are. If I see you and you get in Sam's face, dude, if you fuck with Sam, you're fucking with all of us.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Oh,
Slipknot.
that's for sure. They've been, yeah.
Yeah, out of all the comics, you can't get in Sam's face.
He's
Sam does too much for comedy for you to disrespect him.
no, that's now. If I had been there, it would have. I'm telling you, it would
Oh,
have been.
I would have shit on him.
Yeah, it would've
literally
been a bad
took a
situation.
shit
See,
on his
you're
chest.
getting now. You're thinking about it, and it's starting to build
pissed.
on you.
Oh, I'm mad. I just find out about it.
it's now getting-
I'd say, oh, MGK, you're from Cleveland? Ever heard of a Cleveland steamer? Are you familiar with a Cleveland steamer? Yeah. Do you want that to happen to you in front of everybody? I'm gonna drag you out on the main stage and shit on your chest. Leave Sam
And
alone.
I have to be like, that's hepatitis, and that's probably going to be. There's got to be an assault, right? If you take things out
I'm
of your
not touching
butt.
him.
All right. Well, you have to touch him a little bit.
No.
Am I holding him down?
Yes.
So I've got to.
You're
I got to
getting
get
the
behind him
charges.
so he doesn't bite me. I'm lying down on the ground here.
And that's the press we need.
I got him here.
Firing the kids. Brian
I
Kahn,
got
Brent
a body
Schaub.
lock. Look,
Shit on Machine Gun
lock,
Kelly.
body lock, neck lock, slowly. No big deal.
Now, hey, I'll try
Now I'm
not.
friends with his lady, so I love her, so I gotta be
Well, get your man.
here.
Otherwise, everybody gets shit on.
And then I'm gonna hold him here, and then you're gonna poo.
Yep.
Don't miss, dude.
Dude, here's the thing.
That's so
yeah, it
gross.
could get messy.
It gets so messy.
I'm in this carnivore. It's coming out hot.
Oh God! Now I can't do it. I
yeah,
can't have the meats
yeah.
on me.
You have to.
No, I can't do it. No
Yeah.
upside for it. You know what I do? We go, Machine Gun, Kelly. You have to calm down. You're great. You're awesome. You're a great young man.
You're great.
You're a little bit.
You're the best.
You're out of your lane.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
and this is a little dangerous. For
You play the drums, right? You're a good drum player.
You're getting into deep water.
You play the drums, right?
You're getting into deep water.
You play the drums? Well, treat your head like a fucking bass, all right?
Yeah. See, it's getting you.
It's so disrespectful.
Now you're gonna be stewing.
And I'm a fan. Now, fuck sakes.
Yeah. Came back twice.
That's insane.
It's insane.
And no comics did anything. No one did anything.
Look at me.
That's the problem with
What
comedy.
do you think?
That's the problem. How you let someone disrespect? That ain't happening on our watch.
It was like the guy who I'm at the Comedy Store and I'm sitting on the wall, and a guy starts. He started heckling Chris D'Elia, and he was fucking with him, and then he started fucking with other comics. Started coming up to him, going like he was kind of a jack guy, but he was doing this to. And then finally he did that to Chris. He went like that or something, and Chris went like that. Chris was never gonna fight ever in a million years. He was like, oh Jesus. And you know me, I see red. And I was on the wall. I was with, I think a bunch of people were there. Everybody. Chris saw it. Chris was right there. And I said, if he does anything to Chris right now, I'm going to kill that guy. I'm going to fight that guy right now. And he went like that to Chris, and I got off the wall, and I saw red. You know, I have my temper.
Very bad temper.
And I just went, okay, now we're going. And I started saying, see, now the difference between me and those other guys is that I'm going to fucking kill you right here and nobody can save you.
What'd he do?
And I thought the bouncer was his friend. This is how crazy I was. And it turned out to be just a giant guy who was actually working at the
store.
But my brain was turned.
Yeah.
So I go, and your friend, I'll cut through him like a knife through a hot butter.
He's all
so
friend,
fuck
I'm
you
security.
too. Like that, yeah. And I'm sure he's still there. But I don't remember, you know, when I'm doing that, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I started doing this. I started going, because I started going, see, I
Doing
can
what he
turn, and I'm doing this stuff. And he's like, you UFC? And I go, no, I'm fuck you.
That's how I know you can't fight. You UFC? What the fuck that even mean?
And I knew, and I was like, anyway, he got very afraid, and he ran away and
no
left.
one confronts him.
Right.
That's the internet.
But I was like, I'm the only one here. I'm a comic, but I'm the only person here who at least speaks a little of that language.
Yeah.
And everybody else is being bullied.
Yeah,
I go
that's not
fucking
cool.
nuts with that stuff.
That's not cool.
Nuts.
Yeah, Chris isn't gonna fight.
I remember Chris was like, Chris was like, hey, something like, you get crazy.
Yeah.
But another story that I was with my ex-wife, with Amanda back in the day, and I think you weren't there. This is before. It might have been before you were doing stand-up, or certainly before. Maybe we had just met each other. And Dove was there, and a guy starts mouthing off to Dove, or there's a thing
On the street?
No, it was at the Comedy Store, but there's a fight about to happen, and the guy's. I don't know if he was saying some shit to Dove or saying something to the comic I knew. And I didn't say anything, but I just got up and got behind the guy because I was going to punch him super hard in the back of the head or choke him.
Oh, you used that out of line?
Yeah. I knew he was going to try to do something to a comic. And then it got, but I was just standing there waiting, and I remember going, am I going to punch this guy in the back of the head as hard as I can, but that hurts your hand?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to jump on him and try to choke him to
That'd be
fucking
the
death.
move.
Yeah. So I'm kind of positioning myself, and I remember he gets broken up, and my ex goes like this. She goes, "What were you doing? Like you were standing weird behind him, and you were so close."
I was like, ready to go.
I was like, I was going to punch him as hard as I could in the back of the head before he hurt my friend.
Yeah.
She was like, how do you think that way? I go, how do you not think that way? And how does nobody else do
back? Yeah.
But where you're from, but LA is not like that. It's the only place I've ever seen that's
Far
not
from
like
it,
that.
yeah.
That
And that's why those people can get away with doing that stuff.
Right.
Because no one calls them
I
out on their
foresee
bullshit.
that. I'm like, this is
me
a
too.
bad situation.
Yeah, I always think worse of the worst.
Of course.
Yeah. Worse of
Well,
the
that's
worst.
because you've been in it.
Oh, yeah, you've seen it. It's not good.
Yeah, for you, I think the never punch. The move is you have to just hold them.
Yeah.
Because you can sneak it. Because, like, you know. When you
choke
grab,
him out,
when you
would be
grab
ready to
Michael
go.
Rappaport, who's 230 pounds, and gave him a little
Did you see Rappaport had Alex Baldwin on his show?
No.
Yeah. It's funny.
Wow. Was it good?
Yeah, it's good.
What happens with Alec Baldwin? What is that?
I don't know.
He's been brought up on manslaughter charges.
They're like still finishing the movie.
He's officially charged with involuntary manslaughter.
I don't think that's right, personally.
Well, so apparently since he's like a veteran of the movie game, he should have known how that stuff works, the artillery stuff, you know.
I was talking to someone very famous who's in Hollywood, and he was like, "Oh, that dude should be put in prison." Like, what do you mean? He's like, "Well, he's the director. He's been around
He's a
forever.
producer.
He's a producer.
So
He's
he
like,
should've-
he's in
yeah.
charge of that." He's like, He's like, "I don't do my scenes with a gun. I fake it." He's like, "Why he wouldn't check the gun, fire it? Like, he's liable for it."
Yeah, you're not supposed to fire it either.
I would agree with that, but there's another thing about it, because I've shot plenty of guns on set, whether it was ride along or whatever. And, you know, you have a lot of professionals there. When you're on a movie set, it is the director, fucking AD, it's the assistant director, and it is the armorers and props job to show you the gun. So I've never been on a set with a gun where they did not first show you the gun. They show you that it's
show
empty.
you how it works.
Now, here's the problem. When you have to, that's a wheel gun. So as you're pointing the gun toward the camera, you have to have, the bullets have to be in the gun. It has to look that way. Otherwise, people go, where are the bullets, right? So even then, what you know, they'll show you the gun. They'll show you that it's blanks. They show you the whole thing. What's confusing to me is that wasn't done.
Well, that's what they, so it says DA says Baldwin was supposed to undergo firearms training, but failed to do so. Adding, Baldwin was then supposed to get minimal training for 30 minutes, but was on his cell phone for most of the time of the speaking with his family.
Again, he's done this so long that it's like, you know what that training is? That training is, hey, this is a gun, this is the trigger, don't point it to somebody. It's all that stuff that he's heard 1,000 times.
Then
he's literally like, wear your seatbelt.
So then,
you know.
This is where Elsie's liable. The district attorney goes on to say, as a producer of the movie, Baldwin should never have allowed the production company to hire Hannah Reed, as she lacked the certifications and experience for the job. Apparently, her dad's a big time in this field. She doesn't have the experience, and they just hired her.
Okay, and I'd like to say something about that too. From what I hear from people, she was also there was also a lot of pressure to hire women and people who were not usually as represented in those jobs.
See, this is where it gets dicey too, though. The DA lays the numerous safety lapses on the set at Baldwin's doorstep, saying he did not address those issues, which even result in crew members walking off the set.
This is true.
Prior. They're like, hey, this isn't safe.
I heard that too.
And they kept doing it.
I heard that too. Again, that's because you guys hired a very inexperienced young gal.
Yep.
Because it was checking a box or whatever. And because I can promise you that her dad wasn't available, there were plenty of people who were guys who'd been doing it for 40 years who were available. I promise.
Yep.
And that's where
politics.
The whole
thing's a tragedy.
Yes. It's very weird to me because also you would never point a gun and shoot it.
No, never.
But sometimes
you never have your hands on the trigger either.
Yeah, but that, again, that might have been. It might have been cocked. It might have had this if you ever shot like a 1911 or whatever the fuck it is, it's like my dad has a 45. You touch that trigger, you touch it.
But like my boy that I was telling, who's a big movie star, he was like, you never pull the trigger no matter what. He's like, even especially in rehearsal. He goes, I don't rehearse with real guns. I just go like this, bang, bang, bang. He goes, I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, I don't either.
He's like, it's very strange. He goes, I remember on a set where they'd even allow that. He's like, that's how loosey-goosey they were on that set.
That's crazy.
He's like, and that's a problem. If Alex, the producer, he's in charge of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, when
he's like, no, you can point blame on whoever you want, but at the end of the day, it's like a head coach pointing blame on. The reason we lost the game is the quarterback. Well, no, you're in charge of the quarterback.
Yes.
The reason we lost the game is the defense. Okay, well, you're in charge of the defense coordinator who runs the defense. You have to take, as Jocko would say, complete ownership. Just own. You got to own it.
You got to own it. The one of the most surreal experiences in my life
man.
was on the set of Ride Along, big movie with and there's a huge shootout scene. I believe, can you look up Sandy Hook and then can you look up when Ride Along came out? I believe it was after the Sandy Hook disaster. Yes, the Sandy Hook shooting.
It's December 2012.
Yeah, see when Ride Along was. I believe this is when it happened. And we had so it's the day.
2014.
Yep, there you go. So I think it was when Sandy Hook happened. I believe that was the tragedy. And our producer, great guy, Will Packer, led a moment of silence. He said, I don't know if you all heard about this, took his hat off. We all sat and we were all silent in memory of these children.
Oh, because you guys probably shot that, but what, a year prior?
Yeah, something like that. So I don't know if it was Sandy Hook. I don't know if those dates match. Do they?
That's 2 years. So you might have took 2 years to film, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
So
and then
during production, it could have been.
I don't remember. It was a terrible tragedy, and it was a gun violence thing. We all kind of went like that. And he goes, "Thank you guys. All right." And that day was the day that there were more guns on set when I'm not, and more shooting than you can even fucking believe. Like, you cannot believe.
Yeah,
like,
even you had
if
a
you
gun
see the
in
movie,
that movie.
go, yeah, all of us, go, just ba 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 ba, and just explosive everywhere. You're shooting blanks and everything else. But when you're in a situation like that, you got not only do you have like the what is it, the master of arms or whatever, the guy who runs, you got fucking like soldiers, SEAL team guys who are like everybody, consultants. And
Even when I did that awful tax collector movie, it was a ton of guns. There was like 7 former Navy SEAls on the set. Yeah. They were each assigned a person who had a real AK-47. They on off suit, they would take it from you.
That's right. They take it from you. That's right. Yeah, you're not holding that gun. It's taken. So it's a very strange thing.
Yeah, it's just a bummer all the way around.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chin? Give some current events now.
Yeah. All right. So this is one of the biggest things ever that's going on here in the States. It's this weather balloon from China. They consider it a weather balloon, but then Americans are considering it, like a surveillance type of balloon.
I can't believe how long it took to shoot down, but finally they got it down.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories on this. Like, first of all, they have satellites. Why are they using a balloon?
That's what Jay goes. They can't be getting intel because their satellites take much better pictures than that bullshit balloon.
Yeah, but it might have been a listening device.
But the listening device, or they're saying that China was testing to see they can set off a nuclear bomb up in the sky, which would ruin all our communication, like shut down cell service.
There you go.
No communication to anywhere inside the world. So they could be dictate. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what they're collecting. We can't have it.
Can't have it.
Right? Like Trump.
Well, somebody said,
Trump's tweet made me laugh. You see Trump's tweet? He's such a savage. He goes, China, you're lucky Biden's president, and I'm sure they're Chinese made in China bombs or made in China balloons. If I was president, you'd see made in America F-16 jets headed your way as we speak. But I'm not president.
He cracks me up.
He's so ridiculous.
Say what you will, he makes me laugh. But
they got him down, but it took
they said, why aren't they shooting it down? The answer was probably like, well, we probably have our own balloons over China.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I agree
Get
with
them
that.
down.
But we wanted to get our shit out of the way first.
It's cool watching him take it down, though. There's a great video too of that.
Yeah, I didn't really see it.
Even like there's MMA, like Chris Weidman even posted. There's a bunch of jets flying around it.
I didn't see it.
In South Carolina.
There's an HD one. It's just like splat.
Where? I didn't see that.
I was all
Let me
over
see
mine.
that. Bring it up. Really?
Hold on,
Yeah,
let's
it was
see if we
sick.
can show
And
this.
so it was a plane that shot that fucker down.
But apparently they shot down over a body of water. So
Yeah,
I'm sure they're going to collect it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't China like, how dare you shoot it down?
You got to say stuff. But it's like, guys, you're the wind blew you, in that direction.
Any of these look familiar?
That one right there where it's all puffy. No, not that one. That one? Yeah.
So we probably can't play this, but
It was off the coast of South
We can't play
Carolina.
it?
not on air.
How come we can't play shit on YouTube? What
It just
is
gets
that?
flagged.
We don't own it. It is funny though. So people are all freaking out these balloons. Like, hey, but dumbasses, use TikTok.
The biggest spyware, period.
Where they have all your information. And you're worried about this balloon? I don't like any of it. Fuck all of it. TikTok, that balloon, getting rid of all of it.
I'm with you.
Tim K was like,
there's
wake
one.
up, people. When are you going to figure it out?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm fucking with you 100% on that. It's like, Also, the hypocrisy of, like, just people who are trying to be consistent.
whatever.
Is not so easy.
Yeah, we didn't find the great video, but either way,
We can't show it anyways.
shut
Yeah.
that bitch down.
So they shot her down.
You follow sports a lot, and you've watched it your whole life. The marriage of politics and sports is a new thing, isn't it? Like, right? Like the Black Lives Matter, all that stuff.
Doesn't cross paths.
And it shouldn't. It should be sports is the one place that should be fucking neutral.
Did you see what happened in the NHL? Like they did like some gay.
Yeah.
Right? And that
this
guy from Russia was like, I ain't wearing that jersey.
I'm an Orthodox Christian. It's not. It doesn't.
He was like,
go
we
with
don't
my-
agree with it. He was also like, I'm not from here. I have to go back home. Like, if I get caught in that jersey, it's different there.
Right.
And he got so much shit.
You get fucked up and stuff.
He refused to. He's like, it ain't happening. People are like, oh, you're anti-gay.
But he
He's
didn't
like,
get censored, right? He's okay.
no,
he
and he didn't wear the jersey. And the left came after him. He's like, no, it's not. It's against my religion.
Yeah.
B, I don't live in America.
Right.
So I go back home and they catch me wearing this. I'm gonna have some issues.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
get
fucked
up.
Fuck your social media. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm not wearing this shit.
Exactly.
It's just weird. They're like, oh, he's anti-gay, but he's like, so okay, if he doesn't believe in it, that makes him a bad person.
No.
That's his beliefs. I don't agree with you. I'd be down to wear it, but I don't come from Russia.
I'm down to wear it. I just don't want
I'm
to
not
be
Chechen.
told I have to wear anything.
Correct.
That's my problem. I'm down to wear it, If you said, can you wear this because, it supports gay rights? And I'd be all right, fine. But don't make
But you don't have to suffer the same price as that guy who's living in Chechnya or Russia has to, or
that's
Brazil.
right. That's right. But in America now, you do suffer the same. You know, it's like Bill Maher was talking about this law professor who used a theoretical example of a woman. He said if there's a black woman and somebody calls her a racial slur and does it again, and he didn't say the racial slur, but he used the first letter in the word. They kicked him off campus. He's got to take sensitivity training. These people are so out of their fucking minds. Colleges are so fucking gutless.
College was already bullshit unless you're playing a sport. Now, like, can you imagine? Like my kids, it's just the perspective on college has changed. Like,
Did you see Jordan Peterson starting a school?
You're just gonna get a ton of debt.
Yeah.
Unless you're specializing in being a lawyer or a doctor. If communication, sociology, you're not going to college for that. What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, Jordan Peterson is going to create. He's trying to get a bachelor's degree he's recruiting all these professors, and he's trying to get it so that you can get a bachelor's degree for under $4,000. How amazing would that be? With real education, like an education that makes you competent.
I'd go to that school.
Yeah, me too.
What else you got, Jen?
This just came in like half an hour, 45 minutes ago.
Very interesting.
There's Anthony Pettis versus Roy Jones Jr. in boxing. And this is under Gamebred, so...
it's under Jorge Masvidal's
Masvidal's
promotions. And then, I think Jose Aldo is also on this card.
Yeah, here's the whole card right here so far.
Yeah, Anthony Pettis, Roy Jones, Jose Aldo, Jeremy Stevens, boxing, Vitor Belfort, Souza, Paul Daly, Anthony Taylor, Pro Gonzalez. Wow.
Still doing it.
It's pretty stacked.
My favorite fight on there is Belfort's Jacare. That'd be fun. Anthony Taylor, Paul Daly. That's a fun card.
Damn, Belfort is fighting. That's who that is? Ronaldo Souza?
Yeah, Jacare. Jacare means the alligator.
It's interesting, yes. So Pettis, Roy Jones.
That's interesting.
That's April 1st.
Good for Masvidal, though. That's sweet.
Yeah, that's a big card for...
But Pettis is, that's, yeah.
That's a smaller guy. You know?
Yeah.
Roy Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be what? Like they'll move around, or are they going to try to...
I think it is. I don't see Masvidal having, the same bullshit that some other people do. I think it's going to get pretty serious. Roy Jones is a slick one. He's older, so we'll see. It's interesting.
Chandler...
I like the other fights make sense. That's who those guys should be fighting. I'm into it.
What's your thought about Chandler McGregor?
It depends what Conor we get. It's at 172. It depends on the Conor we get. But he's being forced to train, which is good. Solid fight.
So we all know Mr. Beast. He probably is the biggest YouTuber in the world right now.
He is the biggest in North America, yeah.
So he did a video where he basically cured 1,000 people of their blindness from cataracts.
He got so much hate.
He got hate from certain people, which is so insane.
That's how bad the world sucks.
Why?
Because he gave people the ability to see.
Is this real hate, or is this like Russian bots? Like, what are we talking about?
No, there's like
these are stupid people. They're like, you're assuming it's a deficiency not being able to see. How do you know they wanted to see? He's like, because they signed up for it.
Listen, you dumb fucks.
No, some of the hate was because he's using these videos for clout, which who gives a shit if it's for clout? He's spending his money. It's like $3,500 per surgery.
He's
doing it for 1,000 people.
He's cured. Listen, watch
curing
this.
blindness. Yeah.
He cured 1,000 people of blindness. Took their cataracts away. They couldn't afford it. Gave them a life they can read, see their grandchildren.
Gave some of them Teslas, $10,000.
And he made money doing it. What the fuck?
And he promises to give away all his money before he dies.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Look at that.
But here's the thing. He constantly gives people, whatever these opportunities. The money he makes off this video. The next thing he does stuff like this all the time. The next thing he does is going to pay to help more people.
Yeah, he reinvests all his money.
Yeah, how you could hate on a
If you
human
hate
being?
him, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
How do you hate that guy?
I didn't think it was a real thing either. When people are like, you see Mr. Beast getting hate, I'm like, for curing blindness?
If he hears this and he fucking pays my alimony and my house off, I'm going to freak out. He better not. I mean, I will cry. If he gives me like a lot of money, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
Here it goes. It's deeply frustrating to have a rely on a
benevolent, which I mean is like a kind-hearted
content king making feel-good videos rather than addressing the root cause
like,
of these problems. Oh yeah, Zatman.
Go fuck
Who knows?
yourself.
Who have you ever helped, you dumbass?
Yeah.
Hold on, go back. It's deeply frustrating. Who cares about your frustration, you dumb fuck?
You know what's frustrating? Not be able to
rely on
see
a
you
benevolent
fuckface.
content king making feel good videos rather than
Hey,
addressing-
you know what?
Well, I get. Wait, is Zatman? Hold on. Zatman saying that it's too bad that it has that a guy like that has to do this when we don't have a society that cures these people. I got you.
Yeah,
Zach.
but also
It's
he's
only
saying
$2,000.
Take it back, Zab.
Hold on,
I don't.
He's saying it's frustrating for him to do it instead of addressing the root causes. Like it's not Mr. Beast's thing to address the root cause. He's just trying to help
No,
people.
but he's not saying that. He's saying that it is frustrating that we have to rely on one guy to do that when we could solve this as a society.
Because whatever, it's $2,000. He's saying, why doesn't the
He's making a
government
point.
pay
He's
for
making
it?
a point.
He's saying
Zapman's making
we still
a
went
point.
bad.
Sorry, Zapman.
I can see it both ways. I'm not sure.
too.
Sorry, the Zapman.
I'm not saying sorry.
Wait,
Zap
so he's
man.
saying he's not saying that Mr. Beast is not addressing those problems, or he's saying like the society, our society is not addressing.
Yeah, he's saying that. He says it's sad we have to rely on.
I agree with that comment because they're saying why did if
that's the case, then I agree.
They're
Yeah,
saying
the root
they're
cause of
saying
these
if it's $2,000 or $3,000 to help somebody out, why doesn't the government have
then
the
I
money
agree
to
with
help
that,
people
yeah.
out instead of this guy on YouTube doing it for content, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But again, you think Mr. Beast's going to figure out and change the laws and legislation to pay for
No,
blind
just
people's
do some
surgeries?
good shit. Yeah.
No, he's doing what he wants.
Yeah.
He's helping people out.
Yeah.
I don't. When people are hating on him, I'm like, that's the internet.
Yes, it is. Do you guys care about this? Kyrie Irving being traded to the Mavs?
I mean, clearly the guy's a problem wherever he goes. Like LeBron James' tweet was great. He's like, and I'm the problem. Or he put like, oh, people think it's me.
What's his problem? His problem is
He's just difficult to deal with.
With the
He's
vaccine stuff. or what?
No, I mean more than fuck the vaccine
Well,
stuff.
the Earth is flat.
His Jewish stuff's way worse than all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he's such a talent. He's so good at basketball.
is,
They
he
put
is.
up with it.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's a freak. Super freak. Dallas too, with him and homeboys. They're gonna be good. Jokic,
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic. That's right.
Rampage Jackson posted this. This is from Bellator 290, which just happened on Saturday. Or here. I guess the guy just got super, super drunk at the fights.
He's saying Fedor. He's probably pissed he
Can't even
lost.
tell.
It's just,
Gone with Tiger Stick.
And there's Josh right there.
something's wrong.
He's
with
lucky Barnett doesn't stand up and rip his face
Where's
off.
Josh?
Right there.
There.
Oh yeah, Josh will murder him.
And they just drag him out.
I love Josh Barnett's a great guy. Gotta get him on the podcast. He's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, some
You guys mad Fedor lost last time they're gonna see him.
And this is the last one.
Thirst Trap Friday. Brady's single now. Like, what's up,
Covering his
bitches?
junk, skinny legs. Those are some very skinny legs.
The goat.
He has a rumored girlfriend or a girl that was
Yeah,
like
she's a
thirsting
dime.
over him. Yeah.
Don't
she's
judge a
dime.
book by its
right.
cover. You look at him and you'd be like, "That's the best quarterback of all time." Yes,
His girl. Oh wow, Tom Brady's girlfriend is pretty.
that's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rumored girlfriend.
Yeah, that's,
She's hot, yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you're Tom.
You're the
Brady.
greatest of all time. You're gonna get some tits thrown your way.
Yeah.
All right. Dates? Bri? Bren?
My dates.
Are you still? Are you taking some time off, B?
But
Yeah,
I'm going to be in
up to
Edmonton,
February?
Canada. Comic strip February 23, 24, 25. Nashville, Tennessee, Zanies, March 2, 3, and 4. New York, Stony Hall, March 11th. Those tickets are going fast. Stony Hall, New York, March 11th. West Nyack, New Jersey, New York. Levity Live, March 16, 17, 18.
In Austin this weekend with Talon, Eddie Bravo, Joe Rogan doing the fight campaign. He goes live at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's on Rogan's YouTube, and then the full episode will be uploaded to his Spotify channel. Tour dates next week, February 16th through 18th, Naples, Florida, Comedy Off the Hook. And then Bakersfield's one night only, almost sold out. One night only, it's a Thursday night, February 23rd. Then Brea, California is one night only too, March 3rd. 2 shows on that Friday, because Saturday, March 4th, I have a fight campaign. We have Jelly Roll, we have Rampage, and a very special guest. That's March 4th on Thicccboy Network for the John Jones UFC 285. Then Oklahoma City, March 9th through the 11th, Tacoma. But Naples, you're up next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Naples, Florida. Then Bakersfield, one night, February 23rd. Get your tickets at fatkz.com or thickboy.com. That's it, kids. That's the episode. Love ya. I think Wednesday we got a special guest too. Enjoy your week. That's it. We're out.